Right, the next thing that we need to do is go back to this first layer here. And I'm going to go into Control-Alt-Q mode. So I've got these side views here, and I'm going to add a curve. And it doesn't matter here if you use a Bezier curve or a NURBS curve. I'm going to use a Bezier curve. And I'm going to zoom in on it. I'll zoom in on all of them actually. Okay, so this is a top view, and what I'm going to do is select all of them in top view and hit Z, Y, and scale them to 0. So I'll type 0. That'll just bring them in so I get a good, nice, straight start. In fact, I'm just going to delete this right one, so I've only got the 1 point there. Okay, then I'm going to click, Control click. Whoops, why is that going backwards? I'll just undo that, and we'll go from here. So I'm going to Control click, and with each of these, I'm just going to do it in top view to start with. Okay, so I'm going to set an interesting path. Oops. So Control click, and grab these and kind of make them a bit more curved, and this one here is going to come up here. I'm going to bring it around. I want to try and stay away from really tight curves. Okay, and every now and then I can go on here and smooth it out. If you hit E instead of Control click, it'll let you extrude, which is pretty much the same thing. Now it looks like I'm crossing over, but in the side view I'm going to make it so it's going down and up and so on. So we'll change that. And this one I'm just going to have a long straight. And then we'll have a sharp turn. Not too sharp though. And then we'll finish up down here. Okay, oops, I'll grab that one and bring it in. Alright, so there's my curve, except at the start here it is really quite stretched, so I'll bring that one back a little bit so it's like that, and grab these handles and stretch them out. Stretch them out, just so it's not so tight. There, and there. Okay, so I'll set the whole thing up, I'll hit smooth, and I'm just going to try and see what happens if I hit auto on there. That's pretty much what I want. Okay, so auto on the handles will smooth it out. So now what I'm going to do is select some of these handles. I'm going to select this handle, this handle, this handle, and this handle. And in side view, or front view, it doesn't matter, I'm going to bring them down. Okay, I'm going to bring them down quite a bit. This handle, this handle, this handle, this handle, I'm going to bring down even more. Like there, and then these last two handles I'm going to bring down some more, and you can see that it's put that path there. These two handles I'm going to bring down. Okay, so I've kind of got pretty much an almost downwards path. It does go up in some parts, and this first one I'm just going to bring that up, and this second one here I'm going to bring it up as well. Okay. Now if I go back to tab and Control-Alt-Q, you'll notice that the center of my curve is still there. Even though it starts back there, the center of it, or the active point of it, is still there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to this layer here. I'm going to apply some modifiers to this. So this is going to have an array modifier, and it's going to be fit curve, Bezier curve. I may need to scale that curve up quite a bit, or I may need to scale these objects down. Probably better to scale these objects down. So I hit A, select them all, and scale them down. And then go Object, Apply, Scale. Okay, you see that that's got more tunnel now. It's probably still too big even. So I'll scale them down some more. And Object, Apply, Scale. Okay, that should be good. So I've got that there, and then add modifier curve, and the curve is going to be Bezier curve. Okay, so that's curved now, and it starts from back here where the curve starts and goes down, around, and there. That's all good. Now, if I just select the Bezier curve up here and go to Curve tab, I can turn the preview size up. It'll make it probably turn it up to about 40 or so. Okay, it'll just make that part a lot smoother. All right, now same things are going to apply to the rest of the stuff here. This is going to have a modifier, an array modifier. The length is going to be fit curve, Bezier curve. And then the curve is going to be Bezier curve. Okay, that's done. Because we made X forward, that's the default there. So now what I need to do is grab the last two things. The rails. This is going to have a fit curve, Bezier curve, add modifier, curve, and then Bezier curve. Okay, so that goes in there. Lastly, this one here is, I can leave that on there. This is not going to have an array modifier. All it's going to have is a curve modifier. Okay, and it's going to go to the Bezier curve, which puts it right at the start here. Now, that's where we want it to be. And I want to put this back here at frame 0. So I'm on frame 0 or frame 1 actually, frame 1 down here, and hit I. And I'm going to change its location. Then I'm going to move it to frame 250. And I'm going to move it forward, okay? Now I'm going to move it forward. Eventually the minecart will come out the end, and I want to get it to probably about here. Okay, and I'm going to keyframe it there. So I've actually moved it to frame 250 before I did that movement. Keyframe it here, location. Now I'll go back to the first frame. And I need to add a camera. I do have a camera in the scene, but I'm going to delete that camera. What did I just delete? The camera doesn't get deleted. Why not? We'll move back to here. There's our camera. We'll delete that. We'll move to here. And we'll go to... So I need to add that camera in. I think that's what I was doing. So I'm going to go and select that. Add. Ooh, that's all the way over there. I don't want that to be over there. What I want to do is go Shift S and cursor to center. Put that there. Add camera. Put my camera back in. And the camera's at quite a large scale, but that's all right. I'm going to bring this back. And I'm going to line it up with that thing there, and I'll scale it down. So at the moment, it's really quite big. G, Y, G, X, and move it forward. That looks really odd, so I'll fix that bevel up. There we go. Select the camera again. G, X, move it forward. If it's moving forward too fast, I'm just going to hold Shift. G, Z, move it down. G, Y, move it to the right. G, X, move it back. And it looks like it's slightly rotated, but it's not. It shouldn't be. Let's hit N and open this up. The rotation. Yeah, I might just lock that to 0. No, 90. That's good. And that should be negative 90. Okay, G, Z. And this here is probably on a different rotation because of the camera. So now that I've got that there, I'm going to select that and Control P, parent it to the object. And now when I hit play, I should be able to go into 0 view, 0 on the numpad, hit play, Whoa. Why did that not parent to that? It did. But that just flies forward. Okay, so let's see, why would that not happen? Oh, work. Control T, not Control T, Control P, parent to object. I'll keep the transform and see if that makes a difference. That's weird. Well, anyway, I'll put a curve modifier on the camera. No, I can't put a curve modifier on the camera. I'll just have to probably pause the video and have a look at what I did previously to lock that camera to there. That's definitely locked to that object there, and that object there. Okay, it's tracking along there. Maybe I'll Control T, sorry, not Control T, Control P. I'll lock to vertex. That might be better. Yeah, there we go. I'll lock it to the vertex. However, it doesn't seem to rotate with it, which is a bit weird. So Control P, lock to vertex triangle. Okay, that's better. All right, so that's what I want to do. Control P, lock to vertex triangle. And if I go into 0, into this view, I may need to change this a little bit now. Bring it back. Oh, no. Sorry, I just want the camera selected. G, X, I want to be in the camera. GZ. GY, just move it to the right a little bit, hold shift to get that constraint right. Okay, so then I can hit play and test that that's working well. Okay, so that works pretty well. I get out the end and that's good. All right, so that's that part of the animation done. Next video, we're going to look at light sources and actually putting lights in here, rendering it, and adding a scene at the end as well that we escape out. So I'm going to go File, Save.